We just had to go and grow up. Swapping endless time for shirts and ties, put the Cadbury Suns down and pick the pint glass up. We were given our roles and sin stifled cries. Ignorance is bliss. We thought we knew it all. Then the world hit us all. Now prepare to perish if you don't wise up. And I had to put the guys up. I'm drowning in myself, it's dark water, I can't tell which way is down and which way is up. There's no remedy for this shit, nothing works on this sickness, no strain, no frame, or even warm 7-Up. And I've been praying, those reverent, unconvincing words I'm sick of saying, are they just bouncing off the ceiling? Does this work? It's hard to believe, cause in a God it's hard to conceive. The one who leaves me aggrieved and inflicted me with this grief, the one implanted in our minds but so far out of reach. No one promised us tomorrow. Infamy, anonymity or glory, it all ends in sorrow. I just didn't account for this war and peace, this stillness and the chaos of release. Much ado about nothing until it does cease. I'm tired, listless, give me life, energy, exhilaration. I'm emotionally bankrupt and I need a bailout like 2009 Greece. We struggle through the marathon thinking we won't go on, but we summons up the courage like Spartans, 300 the odds stacked against us, but we soldier on. What doesn't kill us makes us stronger. Time goes on as well. It sits on our back to the finish line and then it goes on for longer. You think about time, life, death, what it's all about. It's what I didn't say, didn't do, didn't express to you that I regret. Now that you moved on to the stars and the breeze and it's blown all the lights in my world out. And I can't stand it. I'm way more comfortable on my knees to know that you'll have to miss someone forever. To know that you cling on to the memories you didn't count on having to treasure. Memories at the time, so innocent, so every day. During the day I repress what comes up. If I sat down I'd never get back up. I'm paralysed behind tear-filled eyes as REM come on the shuffle play. Cullen, not Stipes, but I'm losing my religion. Now your spirit's floating in the great beyond, your body covered in clay. And at night in the kitchen I still get this vision while I'm putting my dishes away of you and Mam sitting there watching generic US cop shows plotted between you, Bella and Colo, and you're telling me to go away. As you laugh and jokingly call me Simple Jack. One day I thought I was having a heart attack when I realised that you wouldn't be back, that we wouldn't have those times again, the slagging and the crack, and I won't hear the stones crunch or the motorbike wheel letting me know you're home. Since the morning that you shut your eyes and ascended, I'm surrounded by people but I feel so alone. I cannot express what I can't understand. I cannot assess what I had not planned. It's numbness interjected with potent rage. It's grief. It's a box that feels more like a cage. This association is the only hope of making it true. Cause when I think of you it's too much to bear. This can't be true. And I'm way past the point of sanity. My mind's muddied and obfuscated. There's no clarity. I cannot see. I can't trust myself. I'm not thinking straight. There's glasses on my eyes and they're tinted grey. It's all despair and dismay. And the sun may shine but I don't feel it. Keep picking a scab, you won't heal it. Since they put you in a box and then they'd seal it. They say it gets better but I don't believe it. And I won't speak this frankly again. Conversations are fabrications. There's more truth in the pen. Ask me how I'm doing and I'll say, as good as can be expected, you know. And some don't ask at all. I know that they do care but they'd rather not know. They're floating in fish bowls, concealed in veneer of control. No need to poke holes and shatter the illusion and yield to the inner confusion of what the fuck is this life all about. Rather distract from inevitabilities with trivialities and nights out. Don't ask questions you don't want the answer to. Don't ponder on questions that there is no answer to. But forgive me for going beyond the mundial. I haven't had the luxury of normality. I think I breathe, I feel at a magnified rate. When your conception of strength, ability and care gets sick, withers and is eaten up by cancer, this malignant cunt that permeates every cell and the corporeal unleashes on families a personal hell, and you watch your love wither and die and your heart shatters as time goes by and they get sicker and sicker, and the hope that you had at the initial diagnosis is no longer burning, it's just a flicker like the candle that they light and the masses said in his name. All fell on deaf ears, all well wishes in vain, and the pain, it's too much, it overwhelms, so you shut down internally because the idea of eternity without you, I don't know, can I see that through? You were my dad, my best friend, the glue that held our family together. If I was in trouble, my first port of call, with your hand on my shoulders, I felt 10 feet tall. I only ever wanted to make you proud. Since I was a kid, dragging a hurley beside me, I'd run through tackles, mealies and brawls. No room for cowardice, losing is fine but leave your all on the pitch. Like in life, do everything with a visceral burning passion or don't do it at all. You taught me care, respect, decency how to be a man. Gave me a template to emulate with how you loved Mam and our family. You achieved so much and were so well respected, a community leader, a larger than life figure. I could never amount to your stature, but you inspired me to reach for higher ideals and goals and ways of being. I was lost, I squandered what you gave me, destitute and tending the pigs. From the darkness you did save me. You welcomed home the prodigal son and harboured no resentment in your heart. And now it's tearing me apart that you're not here to see me use all the lessons that you gave to me and walk in your shoes. They're loose, but I'll grow into them. And I meant what I said when I whispered in your ear on the morning of your funeral, as I wetted your cold cheeks with my tears, and I broke down when I had the realisation that that would be the last time that I'd see your face. So I'll hold tight to the vision of you. My memory's hazy, but I won't replace the love that I feel. It's all too real when I'm at your grave, and as I kneel, the wind blows and a bird flies by, a little sign from the sky. It's you saying hi. Or when I'm stuck by the flutter of a butterfly, though you're not here, I know you didn't die. But as little solace or comfort at times, I'm afraid I'll forget your voice. I'm afraid the images of you at the end will supplant the happy face that I've known my whole life. Were you afraid? While lying in that hospital bed as machines beeped, as if counting down towards the moment we did dread. What was in your head? Did you think about heaven and what comes next? Did you have any regrets or things you couldn't express because you were so strong for us all? You told me you were sorry to be leaving us. Even on your own deathbed you didn't want any fuss. You didn't rage against the dying of the light. But I think it must have died with you. This world is darker bereft of you. No matter the time now, it's an eternal night. But how do I explain that? How do I explain that I still talk to you out loud and I look for your response in every robin, every coincidence, every feather that lands from a cloud? How do I explain that I'm mourning future plans and I'm eaten up by regret and taking you for granted? I feel guilt. I can't. So I'll just say, as good as can be expected. That they can't understand. My love sleeps beyond the veil. The soil and grasses quilt.